Okay, so this video actually has a structure for the first time in this channel. I'm going to be talking about a couple points, such as a smurfing issue, what I believe is a stale content space, and then a little bit about myself for those of you who actually care. So I'm going to also be introducing a little bit of a story aspect here. Now, I can't complain about YouTubers while at the same time being one without seeming like an absolute dickhead. So, I want to find my space in the content space, right? And, looking through the types of content that exist, one of the main, most popular types is smurfing. We have like Joel's TV, for example, doing his Get to Gold series, knife only. And I think that's actually kind of funny because, my gosh, people seem to be bad at this game. But other series and other things that exist in the YouTube space, a lot of it is just, oh, look at me, I'm a Radiant smurfing on irons. Look at me, I'm in plat, even though I'm an Immortal 7. Just crap like that. And isn't that just hurtful for the community? Isn't that just make the game less accessible and less fair for people? Now, I've seen my fair share of brain dead people in plat. So, maybe just continue being good at the game. Now, am I a little bit jealous? Yes. I am not good enough at this game to smurf on anyone above, like, maybe iron or bronze. Because I'm a silver, so I'm not even there's nobody else to smurf on, But just, is it really, like, meaningful content? Or is it just a thing that gets views? Because at this point, a lot of the content that exists and is being recycled and done on loop, all of it is just the same old thing, but it works. So is it really that bad if it gets views? I'll talk about that more in the next section. But just with the smurfing issue, you're not helping the community. You're not trying to make this game bigger or more popular. Because one thing that game developers love about YouTubers is that we're essentially free advertising for their video game. And then people download the game, and then they try it, and then they get memed on by a YouTuber who's doing a Spectre challenge as Cypher. Now, obviously, it's not everywhere, but smurfing is a well-known issue. It is an issue that Riot want to fix, and an issue that they don't like. So, maybe as creators, we do need to step back a little bit and maybe not be a menace to society as much with our alt accounts and this, that, and the other. Like, if you want to play with your girlfriend, maybe you have to play unrated until she gets better at the game. Or vice versa. I don't know. The only girls I play Valorant with are actually better than me. Except for maybe one or two. But let's not get into let's not get into that aspect of Valorant right now. I'm sorry, I've had a couple beers. Now, the next main bit I want to talk about is the stale content space. Is it really stale? In my opinion, yeah, it is. We have our highlights videos. We have our montages that all seem to look the same nowadays. You've got like the high effort ones, and then the high skill ones that have less effort in them, and then some of them are a blend of the two, and then the couple crazy people who know how to use Blender. So I'm going to combine the two parts that I was going to have into just one part and say that as an emerging creator who wants to be in the Valorant space, one concern that I'm having is that things are beginning to look a little bit stale, or they're at least starting to look repetitive. There's the common formula, and it just gets the views. But then at the same time, I don't necessarily not want to make stuff like that. I'm not sure if I've said this point yet, but it is still enjoyable to watch. Those really common like stream highlights or just highlights videos, shove some music in the background, show off some cool kills. Basically get this video you're watching now and replace the commentary with music, and then, make the pacing a little bit better. As a creator myself, do I want to make that? That's kind of something I've been struggling with. I know that this channel has kind of found its niche, per se, but on my main channel, which I don't know, is now smaller than this channel, technically, amazingly. What do I want to make on there? And I'm always thinking about it. I'm always trying to come up with a new idea of something that's cool, something that's realistic for me, this, that, and the other. And I'm beginning to find out that it is so difficult to be original. Like, what is original nowadays? Everything is, like, based off something else, basically. Even this whole series, people are finding me special. They think that I'm doing it different in the Valorant space. But I'm really not. This channel is a stolen idea from millions of other commentary channels that have existed. I just happened to talk deeply about things, and then I also happened to do it in the Valorant game. I just happened to talk deeply about things in a video game context, and apparently that was my edge, or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I would love to hear some ideas from you guys on what I can shove on the main channel. But I think my main thing that I need to buckle down and do, and I'm using this video as a vessel to announce like said idea, and it's the fact that I just need to F around and find out. This is it's a saying that I've stolen from one of my friends, and it's what I realistically have to do. I just need to muck about, experiment, and just make crap. Because in the end, if it gets 0 views, then it genuinely means that nobody cared. So if it goes badly, then nobody cares that it went badly. But if it does well, then we're in for a different story. But just stepping away from myself, I want to make it very clear that I'm not calling the current content space bad. I'm just saying that it's beginning to become repetitive, not just for the viewers, but mainly for the creators. I watched a commentary that Eggwick? Is it Eggwick, or is that the Yoru guy? Egbert? I watched a certain egg chicken bird-based YouTuber who streams a lot and does these interesting, fun Valorant videos, and they mainly do it from streamed content, which is something that I'd like to do on my main channel. And I saw then their second channel, they announced that they were just so tired of doing the same thing over and over again. They'd done every gimmick that they could in Valorant. And I don't want to blame the developers, because it's not on the developers at all. The developers are doing great things for the game. Some questionable things, like the Vandal nerf, but let's not get into that one in this video. But I just feel like there needs to be another wave, another new thing that people can do in their videos. Because, you know, montages are starting to look the same. It doesn't matter how many effects you put in. And I'd like to be the person who does that. I just need to figure out how. I'm recording this part 3 days later from the first half of this video. I've been in a bit of a rut emotionally. I'm not going to get into it because, you know, you guys don't care. I'm a Valorant YouTuber. But, you know, I think it's time for a change. Both in, you know, my life and what can happen in Valorant YouTube. So let's see something happen together. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. And for just one final question, what is your opinion on me having sponsors? I've received 2 emails recently from 2 different companies, and I'd like to take it, and I'd never recommend something that I don't genuinely think is good, but just, would you guys be okay with that? Either way, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.